Hans and I already talked about it, and he had a dumb opinion about it. So what do you guys think about Browns fans? Are you guys aware that Browns fans were basically booing and chanting, "You deserve it"?
As a fan of a team that formerly had Deshaun Watson as their quarterback, that's a powder keg of situations compiled on top of each other. I'm not going to sit there and say it's classless just because if you look at it on the surface, absolutely. But you're talking about a franchise that basically signed a quarterback with 22 allegations of sexual misconduct,
traded away tons of draft picks.
Not only that, then during his suspension year, found a way to pay him just the bare minimum of his salary, so he'd only lose like $1 million of the $280 million.
Put him in salary cap hell.
Yeah. So you're complicit in also helping this guy during a punishment rather than being. So yeah, you as a Browns fan, you're just forced to watch that. You don't have any say that you hate the player, because the player also has shown no contrition, because all he wanted to spout was, "I'm innocent." It's like, well, read the room, buddy. It doesn't matter if innocent or guilt at this point. Once they're in the media, the assumption's out there.
Yeah.
You can't no amount of deals or verdicts is going to change the verdict of public opinion.
And 22 is statistics at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's obviously that was
it's a pattern, and that's what I think I put out a tweet like, "Hey, I've never cheered for a guy to get injured ever in my whole life as a fan. I'm so pumped that Deshaun got injured." And that was my first take, and I slept on it, and I thought about it, and I prayed about it, and I still feel the same way.
Like I said, as a person that's a Browns fan, it's like you're sitting on all this powder keg of frustration for your franchise. What do you expect me to do when you absolutely show me a way out of that hell? Even though it's not the way I wish it. Like, I wish he would just been sit packing. I wish my ownership would have said, "You know what? We're done with this. He's not working."
That's been disappointing. But I think behind the scenes, they're like, let's just tank for the season. So who cares in the first place? Which I get. I sort of do. But I mean, everyone's getting fired.
Tell the Browns fans that. Don't give them the expectation, "Hey, we're going to tank." Don't just sit here and pretend we're going to put a competitive product with Deshaun Watson out there.
Yeah, we're keep trotting him out there.
Yeah.
And for the record, my opinion was simply like, that's exactly what I expected Browns fans to do. I mean, these were the people. I was mostly
joking when I said you had a dumb opinion about it.
But no, these were the people. These were the people that held a dumpster fire parade when their team went 0-16. Like they're the types of fans that would boo
as a
quarterback like Deshaun Watson.
But I put myself
getting hauled off
as a Texans fan, saying, "Hey, what if we had kept him?" I was like, because we already had a front office that was super toxic. They pretty much got their GM run out, basically implicating him as a racist because they had given him instructions to fire certain people, and those people were all of a certain color.
Yeah.
And so then then the media got hold of it. Like, why is he going through the front office and firing all these guys of a certain color? He followed orders, and that's something that could maybe never get him hired again, because it looks like an equal opportunity problem.
I feel a very similar way about what Stefanski's going through right now. I think I'm like, who's getting these calls, and at what point are you going to get in front of the media and be like, "Hey, they're making me start Deshaun."
Yeah.
Interesting stuff behind the scenes. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't even think about closing your darn browser, all right? Don't think about it. Just leave it open. If it's your first time joining us, please subscribe, and we'll see you for the second.